What's up, guys? So, it's been a while since I did one of these, but I wrote some notes on the Green Hornet a couple weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, well, I had some downtime now, so I might as well just do a quick review. So, the Green Hornet, Seth Rogen's big superhero movie, directed by Michel Gondry. And to describe this movie, it was a $17.50 thrill ride. And as for if it was worth every penny, kinda. Now, overall, it's a pretty enjoyable movie, and Seth Rogen is pretty funny, but he kind of takes a step back in his funniness, acting more like a man child, like in Step Brothers or something like that, like in Will Ferrell's worst movies. But there are a couple really good jokes in the movie, and it is decently written. But it's just all the jokes kind of just didn't hit home with me. Like, I did enjoy the whole movie. I was smiling the whole time, and I chuckled a bunch of times. And there probably was two, three, four times where I laughed really hard because they had one really, really good joke in there at one point. I can guarantee. Now, Michel Gondry directing this was a very surprising thing, and he does throw in his own touch to it. They have this kind of slow mo vision for Kato, where things just start to look crazy and they stretch out and they just start looking nuts. And the best way to describe it is like it's almost everything kind of turns into an accordion at some parts, like it really like duplicates, and it's very strange, but it's very unique and cool. The best way to describe it is it's very similar to the detective vision in Batman Arkham Asylum, if you're familiar, or in Spider-Man in the spider sense, and how it just slows down and it really points out something. Like if someone had a gun, it would like highlight the gun and make it really obvious, like, oh, there is a gun. Like, it's pretty cool how they do it, and it speeds up, slows down, does that whole thing. It's definitely the highlight of the 3D, which was pretty good overall. Now, as for the length of the movie, when I was watching it, after a few too many jokes were just like not hitting me very well, it seemed to run a little long. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it was almost 2 hours, and they could have shaved off probably like 20 minutes of this movie. And one of the biggest problems with this movie is that all the best parts, really, they're in the trailer. The funniest part, and if you haven't seen it, I won't ruin it, but it's when Kato and Seth Rogen are in a car and they sing a song together. It's very, very enjoyable. Trying to think, and also the villain, played by the villain from Inglourious Bastards, who's really, really good. He's a really talented actor. He's almost kind of wasted in this movie because it's like they're like, okay, do this, but just don't give it your all. Like, they didn't let him like just be awesome. He was just like, meh. He could have just done 100 times better, I think. It might have been a thing from poor direction, but who knows. So, I guess in closing, this movie it was okay. It was a decent superhero movie. Like, if you want to go see some, like, okay, decent superhero movie, this is it. This, like, is, like, as basic as a movie can get for, like, quality in a superhero movie. Like, as compared to, like, Kick-Ass or, like, not the Dark Knight, but as compared to, like, the Kick-Ass, it's not even on the same level. Like, this is literally, like, basic. This is a decent movie. So, if you get to catch it at the theaters, like, go on for it, Like, it's definitely worth seeing, but I don't know if it's worth $18 to see in IMAX. I think the regular 3D would have been okay. So, that's my Green Hornet. Don't forget, por favor, suscribe, or type in some of them comments, and maybe I'll hit you guys up with another review later. Peace out.